I have a Mariette, but it came in
Okay.
like a blank berry case, like one of the
gotcha.
blank
Yeah,
clamshells.
Oh, okay.
So like where the logo
So
would
it says
go.
Kirkland signature?
Yeah, it says Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true.
Okay.
And it's great because people are like, you bought a Berry Sacks at Costco? And I'm like, yeah, it's in the back.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Rotisserie chickens. So
I will say
five-pack.
it would be on brand for Costco if the only saxophones they only sold Berry Sax. Like no altos, no tenors, no sopranos, just only Berry Sax.
I bought a 900 pack of reeds to go with it.
I mean, if you play enough. I don't know. I don't do stickers for the same reason that I didn't do tattoos, because I do not trust myself to like do anything that permanent. If I was a tattoo person, I would have so many just terrible tattoos. Like it would be out of control.
I would feel safer with you guys choosing a tattoo for me than with me choosing.
Yeah,
a
I know what you mean.
You have to just rip the Band-Aid off. Once you get the sticker for the Flesh Prison, then you become comfortable with having the sticker on the Flesh Prison, and you start thinking about additional stickers as a sticker haver.
That's right. Yes.
At the very least, I'm 1 week away from a trip to Japan, so I will definitely not be getting a tattoo in the next week.
You're gonna have some troubles with right.
Listener, This is not an open invitation for you to tell me what I should put on my body. Just to be clear.
Oh God, that's what you need. Everyone, we'll hold a poll, Beth. That won't be awful.
Google form, submit Beth's tattoo.
That's gonna yeet me right off the internet.
I don't have any tattoos either, so I don't have any.
If I was a tattoo, like I'd have like a teardrop tattoo, except then around the tear would be like Harambe or something. Like I would just.
Oh yeah.
Like there would be so much.
And Harambe would be saying
body.
all your base are belong to us.
College, you 100% would have done that too.
No, see, you knew me in college.
I did.
You know this.
Yes.
Like there would be so many like dated references. Just like man, like. I know, like, we all like that one meme where the, like, the frog was like, bicycling or whatever, or on a unicycle or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn,
Oh, shit, here come that boy. Yeah.
Yeah, like, there's just, there would be so many things where it's just, like, obscure references, like, no. I mean, like, I'm an NBA fan, so, like, I've seen some bad tattoos, because, like, there are a couple players that have some, like, really kind of, like, tattoos that make you go, like, what was the thought process there? But I don't trust myself to go there.
You say that like we haven't all seen AJ McCarron's tattoos and also Dan Lanning's tattoo of his wife.
Oh yeah.
Which we talked about on this show.
Yeah, like for me to get a tattoo, it would have to be like something like life-changing. Like I'll tell you what, like if I accomplish something like ridiculous, like if I won a Nobel Prize, like I'd get like a Nobel Prize tattoo or something like that.
Okay, yeah, sure, I buy that.
But like I just like the level in my brain that a tattoo would rise to, like I can't do it.
Mine was for a good cause, so
you can always pull the Rex Ryan and do that.
You could. Not sure you'd want to.
If you are unfamiliar, Rex Ryan had a tattoo of his wife wearing nothing but a Mark Sanchez jersey.
Yeah. And now I'll start the show.
Hi, everybody.
I love cold opens.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sick of So Many podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of May 21st, 2024. I don't know what got left in before that. Who knows? But we're coming in with some weird energy. And I will be honest, the show notes are in an order that can best be described as, yeah, sure. So this is going to be like jazz. Okay, this is our jazz episode. It's
about the words we don't say.
Oh, yeah, it's free form. I'm taking the lead. That's my jazz.
Everything is ninths.
Hey,
are you sure you went to UNT, Jordan?
Yeah. Hey, Kamish, I have the most degrees in music here. Therefore, I'm pretty sure whatever I decide is music is music.
Okay.
And the most experience in jazz, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be real close, Beth. It's gonna be real close. Well, everyone, You can tell we're off to a good start here. I'm Jordan, and with me tonight, as always, Kamish, Hit Girl, Beth, and Arthur on the ones and twos. Kamish, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Much better. It was a really, really rough day at work, but just glad to be here. Finally, no longer sore. That's nice to walk normally again. So
Congrats on unpulling your ass.
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot
Congrats.
I forgot I like weed eated the yard too on that weekend that I built the basketball goal.
Is it weed eat it or is
We
it
can't-
weed ate?
Yeah, should it
can't-
not be weed ate?
We can't.
ate-
Oh my god, this is a quicksand. If we do back out, eject.
I weed
Vote
eated.
now in the comments.
It's the same thing. When I heard we eat it, I was like, "There's no way."
Weed eated.
It sounds like what my 5-year-old would say. Yeah, I was on a weed eated.
I was weed eating the yard. I was eating the
Weed
weeds.
eating works.
Weed ate. That sounds so
ate.
weird to
I
me.
have weed eated. No, god
I have
damn it.
weed eated. I have Poulan weed eatered Independence Bowl my yard.
I hath eated the weed.
That's right. I
I
don't
think
know.
that means
That's
something,
something
else.
else.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
different? Okay.
Are we talking
You
about
get those
the Snoop Dogg
good
bowl again?
gummies. Yeah.
No.
You think? Well, okay.
don't know.
No, hold up.
I don't
God,
know.
see, I had a good transition. I'm not going to get to it. No,
Okay.
it's fine.
You also forgot to ask everyone else except Kamish how they are.
Well, that's
I-
why.
I
That's
threw
why.
'em off-
That's why I
threw
didn't
'em
want to.
off
That's
with
why I
the
didn't want to
weed
go
eated.
because I was going to go with. I wonder who else had some weed eated. Could it be Dan Mullen listening to Eric Prydz wherever he is in the Bermuda River? I don't know. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's fine. Hit Girl, how are you?
I'm good. I am immensely full of Korean food, which is wonderful. Also, as we will discuss later in the show, I had a hit tweet today, and that
Good.
was like on my personal account, and that was a weird experience.
Beth, how are you?
I'm great. I went outside
Yay!
twice.
We love touching grass.
I didn't touch the grass. I weed
Ate
whacked it.
You ate it.
Is it
Okay,
better
there
if
you
I say
go.
weed whack?
Weed whacked it. Yeah, it's
Weed-
better.
I was weed whacking.
Weed whack.
Arthur, tell me how you are in 2 minutes.
2 minutes? I don't want to take 2 minutes because
That's
I
a
know
lot
the
of
show
minutes.
full. Like I don't
So
want to
many
take 2 minutes
minutes.
there. I'm gonna go right off the bat. I went to this tiki bar. It's like the closest bar to my house. It's like 5 minutes away for dinner tonight because I'm celebrating my birthday, which isn't until Friday, but I'm doing some travel this weekend. Right, I have a full schedule. That somehow I'm gonna have to edit this podcast so you can actually hear what's happening. Right, so we're recording this on Tuesday. Then Wednesday at actually 5 p.m. I am gonna try to run a race in the same video game that Max Verstappen plays. Right, so it is called iRacing, and I'm gonna run a NASCAR race in my Ford Mustang Dark Horse. It is 600 miles. So that's 400 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we're going to find out how long that takes. And then hopefully once that finishes, I'll be actually editing this podcast and posting it. Then Thursday, I'm driving to Indianapolis. Friday, I'm going to the Shutdown Fullcast live show with Home Field Apparel and Alanis King. And Saturday, I'm going to go to game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA because that just happened to be in Indianapolis the same weekend I'm there. And then, of course,
You
Sunday.
have to pull for the Pacers for me. You must
Yes.
do this.
Oh, yeah, no. They're playing the Celtics. Come on. Then Sunday, of course,
I'm sorry,
actually
Joe Mazzola.
going.
I still love you.
I'm
One of
actually
our friends
going
from
to
college is
be-
also going to be immensely disappointed in Arthur. It's fine.
He knows that.
He does know that.
Where I stand. We've been through this so many times. So then Sunday I've got the Indy 500, and then Monday I'm driving back to Pittsburgh. Tuesday I'm getting on a flight to Japan. So that's my week, jam-packed. Somehow I'm not the busiest person this weekend though, because of one Kyle Larson, who is running the Indianapolis 500, and then he's getting on a private jet. And he's going to Charlotte Motor Speedway. He's running the NASCAR race. He's going to run 1,100 miles if he makes it through both races.
Point of order. Is it still the Coke 600 or does it have a different sponsor
Oh,
now?
still the Coca-Cola 600.
Okay,
I think
good.
that's too sacred.
Okay, good.
Well, I think that we have to talk about a different kind of motor racing to start with. This was my favorite story of today from the Spectator Index. United States postal worker in Ohio has been caught using her postal service van to race against a Ford Mustang before being pulled over by police for doing over 100 miles per hour in a 60. That over is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
I think it is important to point out that the original tweet implied that the original tweet actually
Right.
says his. It says the postal worker was a man. No, the postal worker was a woman, and the entire internet is in love with her, as they should be.
So when they say postal van, do they mean like the Grumman LLV? Because
I
I
hope
want
so.
that to be it so badly.
It looks-
Over 100?
There's a dash cam video, so it looks like.
I mean, I imagine a Grumman would be like shaking apart at that
I
kind
don't.
of speed.
There's no way. It like driving in the in the passenger seat. I mean, because
I
definitely.
mean, you
that's
could
what
have
she's
that
doing,
thing
yeah.
entirely like pedal to metal, and I'm pretty sure that you couldn't go over 70.
Challenge accepted.
What is the top?
I just sent you
speed?
the dash cam.
I don't know. Am I the only one that like has a problem with
Maximum speed of 60 miles an hour.
What on earth could be your problem?
this? Speeding is not safe. I mean, like you're doing this on public roads where other people are trying to drive. You know, you look at like traffic fatalities in the U.S. They've gone way up in the past 5 years, and you know, excessive speeding plays a part in that.
Why
right?
are you
Like,
making me sad right now?
every like 10 miles you increase makes a crash that more deadly, right? So you know, you compare going the speed limit to going 100, right? Like that's a huge amount of risk that you're taking, not just for yourself but not just every other motorist on the road, but if you're somewhere where there's pedestrians or cyclists or anything like that. I mean, it's I don't know. Like I see all these stories here. I see all the stories about the Georgia football players that, like, I don't know, the whole team is speeding and driving recklessly, and I don't know. Like it just rubs me the wrong way because of the safety issue it presents for everyone else in the vicinity.
You're not wrong, but I would like to raise the counterpoint. Raise hell, praise Dale, deliver mail.
Beautiful.
I tweeted that as a quote tweet of the original story at 12:24 p.m. today. Did not look at my phone until well after I got home at work.
Oh, that's funny.
And as of right now, have accrued almost 500 retweets and nearly 4,000 likes on my personal account.
So-
And I'm just
Congratulations.
like, what has happened?
So are you constantly like are you having the kind of dissonance that I have sometimes when something I do suddenly picks up and I can't remember whether I'm on the Sickos account or whether I'm on my personal account, because I usually associate the Sickos account with many notifications and my own with a few.
I have notifications on my personal account turned off for anyone I do not follow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so,
And that has paid off today.
right, because you have no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I truly did not know until I opened my phone back up and was like, oh, wow, the number went up.
Yeah, you spent your day in like the birdcage with the blanket over it.
I still am not sure. Racing a Ford Mustang is great because the contrast between the giant loud ass car and what I imagine sounds like a golf cart engine just floored
What?
out.
Wait, which Mustang? Because that matters. Is it like the stupid hybrid hatchback Mustang that has to
Oh.
make car noises?
Oh,
I assume
the
this is
Mach
an
E.
actual Mustang.
Yeah,
Just
it
a
would
real
have
one.
because like I feel like normal people out in the world aren't calling the Mach E a Mustang. Like I feel like no one's gonna see that like, oh yeah, that's a Mustang. Like no, I will say like if this had happened 2 weeks earlier, I could have made a joke, but you know, hey, Ford went to victory lane again this past weekend in the NASCAR Cup Series. That was actually the All-Star race. Joey Logano put in his number 22. Team Penske Ford Mustang Dark Horse in victory lane, but you know, so I can't make the joke that I would have, which is, you know, Ford, that's the level of their competition right there is a mail truck.
Next thing I wanted to bring to your attention is the Big 12 conference, because Their basketball tournament is going on currently. I realized today because I was like, maybe I should go watch some Big 12 baseball. My wife and kid are out of town. I have nothing but time. I could go. The parking is the same cost as the ticket. And that makes me so goddamn angry.
Well, tell them
How
how much
much
the
is the
ticket is.
parking?
So if I want to basically if I want to park for the next 5 days, 6 days, if I want to go to every session,
Mhm.
okay, the tickets would cost me $168. The parking will cost me $135. And it's Arlington, Texas, which means there is no public transit.
Of course not.
I cannot. The public transit option is to get to the train station and then walk a couple miles on not great roads. It turns me off. And here's the thing: it shouldn't turn me off. I'm the exact kind of person. I have nothing but time to kill and disposable income. I should be able to like walk in and be like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this. It's the fucking like first round to the Big 12 baseball tournament. It's not like this is a marquee event. And I'm staying away because fuck it, that much for parking. I don't want to deal with it. Anyways.
Do you think, like, psychologically, if it was like, I forget what the exact number was, but it was like a $300 ticket and free parking, like, would you be more likely to go?
No, that'd be too much. But like for what 6 days of baseball, I'd pay like $200.
This
No
does
parking.
have the same energy as like when you're ordering from a website that's not Amazon, for which you have already paid for Prime, and so shipping is always free.
Yes.
Where you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy this thing because I have to pay $10 for shipping.
I think so. For some reason, it just makes me angrier this way. I don't know why. I don't know. Of course, however, because it is the Big 12 baseball tournament, they have some amazing food options.
No,
I'd like to go through them and discuss them with you all.
okay.
You to guess what's on a Bearcat dog. Of course, Cincinnati. What's got to go on it, guys?
It's got to be Skyline Chili, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
it's a foot-long chili cheese dog with.
Is there
Skyline
any other
style.
like Cincinnati food that I should know about that I don't know besides Skyline Chili? Like
Action
everybody
cookbook?
froze.
Sound off in the comments, Action Cookbook.
Everybody
This is your
froze.
time.
Everybody froze with their eyes wide open. Like I don't know.
I try really hard not to think about Ohio.
That's not a bad.
It's close enough to Kentucky anyway.
Look, I've been doing state outline stuff, and I got in the middle of Ohio D3 schools, and I just stopped because they all looked ugly on the state. I'm emotionally.
It's almost
dead
like
with
the state
Ohio.
itself is ugly.
It really is. Okay, next, the Bevo dog. What do you think is in the Bevo dog?
I am looking at the Twitter thread, so
Oh,
I must
damn it.
recuse myself.
Okay,
I feel like that's weird if it actually has like beef in it.
if it's beef,
like-
yeah, that's
No, because like it'd be one thing if it was like the Longhorn dog or whatever, and it was like
But specifically the Bevo dog.
right. It's like it goes from like, oh, this is the kind of animal that the meat is, to like we're eating this specific animal that we know and love.
Point of order, though, is eating bevo like a "this is my body given for you" kind of situation for Texas fans?
I assume so.
So, I mean, I would be fine with it just being like we've made sausages of the Bevos of old.
Again, this is my body given for you.
if it's Texas, I feel like there's got to be some sort of barbecue sauce involved. There's got to be some brisket maybe on top, and there's definitely going to be some onions and maybe some jalapenos.
You actually nailed it.
Okay.
Smoked jalapeno and cheddar sausage served on a hoagie
Cool.
roll, topped
No
with
cheese.
brisket, grilled onions, and barbecue sauce.
Okay. I'm not looking at this thread. I'm just going to
Yeah,
guess.
I will stop scrolling down.
Okay.
No more
Is it
scrolls.
beef sausage?
I mean, I assume it's
It's like a
Sausage.
cheese inside the sausage.
yeah, she's inside the sausage.
Okay, there was no cheese on the dog. Okay, I didn't call that one, but all right.
Okay, the horned frog dog.
Now I want better cheddar brats so badly.
So no frog on this dog.
Okay,
I will ask you just this question: what is purple on this dog?
it's got to be like purple cabbage,
Pickled
or
onions.
something, or
Slaw.
like pickled
Oh.
onions is a good chance, and then there's a chance for some slaw too. But I feel like it's got to be cabbage, like purple cabbage, like coleslaw maybe.
Don't be the bread. For the love of God, don't be the bread.
Oh, that would be
I
bad.
directed the
See,
purple ketchup from the 2000s.
Oh, no.
that's what I was gonna say is the purple ketchup from the throwback ketchup.
It
Like
is a
yeah, stolen valor from Hawaii. We made it with poi.
or taro. Chili footlong hot dog topped with taco meat, shredded lettuce, shredded cheese, diced tomatoes, and purple cabbage.
Purple
Served with the sides of
cabbage.
salsa
Okay.
verde. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Purple cabbage. Got to have something
Okay.
there.
The Jayhawk dog. I'll tell you, it's a foot-long chili dog,
Okay.
but there's something on it that makes it Jayhawk.
Rocks and chalk.
Pop
Just-
rock.
It's the
Pop rock
stone
chalk.
soup sandwich.
It's a high calcium diet.
It's got to be like some sort of like cherry relish or something. It's got red in it or something. Cherry pepper relish or something.
It's blood. 'cause
Accidentally
it's a
scrolled down
tasteless
too far.
bleeding Kansas joke.
Y'all, it is sweet cheesy corn.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
sweet cheesy
Sweet
corn.
cheesy corn sounds like my
mean-
grandpa's curse word when he was trying to like stop, not curse.
Elote is technically cheesy corn.
Is the corn sweet or is the cheese sweet?
Oh, God.
Sweet cheesy corn.
It sounds like when
Cheesy corn.
like your grandfather hits his toe on the coffee table. Ah,
oh
sweet
yeah,
cheesy
sweet
corn.
cheesy corn.
It's actually just candy corn dipped in nacho
my
cheese from a number 10 can.
Oh God, this has turned into the cannibal segment.
Oh God. Okay, next, the Knight's dog. Y'all, this right here is the most stolen valor of the dogs. Okay,
The night
They
is
put moon
UCF's
dust
dog.
on it? Did they
moon
put
dust.
like
No.
space dust on it or something? Because UCF is claiming to be a space school.
No, here's what I'm gonna do this one. I'm just gonna tell you what it is, and you're gonna
Okay.
tell me whose valor they stole.
Okay.
It is a Texas chili foot-long hot dog piled high with warm sliced ham, juicy pulled pork, melted Swiss cheese, and topped with a spicy mayo.
Okay, this feels like the tournament is in Texas and they didn't really want to expand because like this is all served at the stadium.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they have some vendor, like I don't know, like a lot of stadiums around here, it's Aramark.
Yeah.
I don't know what their specific vendor is, but this sounds like a Texas-based vendor didn't really want to do too much, so they just put UCF on an existing menu item.
Also, this is Miami stolen valor, is it not?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
because
like a Cuban hot
It's
dog.
a Cubano hot dog
Yeah.
from
Ooh.
Orlando. That feels like hella stolen valor.
Was there pickles on it too?
No pickles.
There are in the
Okay.
picture, yes.
No pickles.
There are. You're right. There are in the picture. Yes.
Oh, okay. There's the pickles.
Okay.
I'm still refusing to look at this.
The mountain dog,
Oh God.
mountaineer dog.
Just
Mountaineer
be a
dog.
pepperoni
Oh,
dough.
by
roll
the
with a
way-
hot dog
Hey
slam
Beth.
in it.
Hey,
By the
hey,
way-
Beth.
Hey, what?
Beth. You win.
Yes!
Wait, Kamesh.
By the way, dog is spelled DAWWG.
Yes.
The
Beth,
dog.
It is
Because
a
it's
croissant-
wild and wonderful.
That's right.
I
Beth,
guarantee
it-
that's why.
It is a croissant dough stuffed with the Texas Chili Company all Angus beef hot dog, pepperoni, and mozzarella cheese, then baked to golden perfection and served with marinara.
Not only would I eat the hell out of that, I would cook that. I'm capable of making something
With
like
with
that.
some just some Pillsbury like crescent roll dough. Hell yeah.
No, I would make my own dough, but
Oh,
because I'm not
Your
a
own
monster.
croissants. 'cause you're-
Yeah,
oh,
croissant dough is like not quite the right dough for this, but
No.
it's Texas. Who can quibble?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I will say this is maybe not the best thing on the menu. This is easily like what I would personally order though.
The Pistol Pete dog. Actually, the Big 12 Conference spelled it the Pistole Pete dog.
so it makes it sound like there's some sort of Mexican flavor to the Oklahoma State dog there. Those are
Yes.
Southwestern ingredients.
So this is very much not.
It's actually the
Southwestern.
New Mexico State Pistol Pete.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out how to get this across to you, except by saying, "quote a layer of cream cheese." Right.
Isn't that like a Seattle dog
That's
thing?
what I thought. This is a hot dog served with a bun of layer of cream cheese, then topped with chili, shredded cheese, and Lay's potato chips.
oh,
No, thank you.
No, but see, like the cream cheese is sort of like sour cream with the chili. You get some crunch in the chips. I'm here for this.
The Seattle dog is cream cheese and sauerkraut.
Okay, I would do that.
Yeah, I would do that.
The Red Raider dog.
mm.
Y'all, there's no tortillas in this. I'm gonna tell you right
Aw.
now. So get that out of your system.
Boo.
Is there a fox in it?
Or possum.
No,
Is there a possum in it?
Mm.
no. but there is one fried item on top of this dog. Name the fried item.
Fried onions.
I'm gonna go with chicken.
Shit.
Fried butter.
Oh.
A churro.
It is a hot dog nestled in a bun with a colossal mozzarella stick
Oh, so it's just a sheets thing. Okay.
that runs the whole length of it, then is split in half and smothered in warm marinara.
It's just a sheets thing.
That does have very sheets.
Yeah,
Do you
So
get this
it's
in
another
Lubbock?
point on the
On hot
Lubbock
dogs,
is
but
Pittsburgh
otherwise, yes.
continuum.
Is
Yeah,
this like a
don't know.
Lubbock thing?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think so.
It is red.
I mean, there's red marinara, but yeah, okay.
Okay. The Sooner Dog. What do you think the big veggie on top of the Sooner Dog is?
They hand it to you early.
But
So it's not done. Okay. No. So there's a big veggie on top of the Sooner Dog.
like this is cheese and a vegetable. What is the vegetable?
I'm distracted by Pacers again.
I'm gonna have to say
Same.
I'm torn between like a tomato or a pickle. I'm gonna go with a tomato.
What school is this?
This is
Oklahoma.
cabbage.
Sooner Dog.
Okay.
Cabbage. There's one veggie on this thing. It's cheese and veg. What is the
I'm
veg?
skeptical of the existence of vegetables at the University of Oklahoma for reasons that I find difficult to explain.
I like it.
It's a carrot. They didn't understand the assignment.
I'm gonna drop the picture in the chat. What is it?
Jesus Christ,
Just
that's a lot of onions.
giant
these are
amounts of griddled
Pierogi
onions.
onions with no pierogi.
Huh.
My God.
Look
Somebody-
how flat the
somebody
angle
put in-
looks so bad on
yeah.
that bun too. Like everything looks wrong with this picture.
It's like we made an open-faced hot dog toast.
Yeah,
I
are
think-
those little flags that say Delaware North?
Yes.
Huh. I'm disappointed though that neither of the Oklahoma schools just have the Oklahoma state meal, because Oklahoma does have a state meal.
is it fry bread?
No, like it's a meal. Like a
What is it?
full ass like
What-
multiple
yeah, what
course-
is it?
What
I've
is it?
linked it. I've linked it in our chat. I can read this
Oh
off.
my
Go
god.
for it.
Yeah. So
I would die.
yes. This says the official Oklahoma state meal is a state emblem of Oklahoma. While many U.S. states have one or more official foods, it is the only official state meal. So this is
Yep.
like the Oklahoma legislature. They enacted legislation in 1988 to designate like not just like a state fruit or like a state beverage or whatever. Like this is the full meal.
So what is the meal?
So it says, I'm reading the Wikipedia here. It says the dishes are typical of Southern cuisine. Menu items include historic staple foods of the region and represent state agricultural production. Section 1, meat, barbecued pork, chicken fried steak, sausage with biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Section 2, vegetable, black-eyed peas, corn, fried okra, grits, squash.
Okay.
Next section, bread, cornbread.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And the final section, dessert, pecan pie and strawberries.
Am I broken? Because this doesn't seem like a crazy thing.
I am
No.
immensely
We
pleased to inform you of the existence of the criticism
Yes,
section of this
thank
Yes,
article.
there's one last tab on the Wikipedia thing. It says criticism. Quote, depending on portion sizes, the entire meal might contain 2,700 calories, 125 grams of fat, and 5,250 milligrams of sodium, all in excess of a day's recommended intake.
Yeah, oh yeah.
State Senator Brian Crane proposed a concurrent resolution which would repeal the meal. It did not pass and was only intended as a symbolic measure. So Oklahoma completely rejected the opportunity to make this healthy.
I'm all about this.
I mean, look, I feel like I've gotten this at like a barbecue restaurant in like one sitting at one point. Maybe not all the vegetables, but definitely fried okra was involved and some corn for sure. But yeah, I don't know about the biscuits and gravy. Kind of throw me off. Like you got the barbecue pork, chicken fried steak, and then the biscuits and gravy. Man, I don't know.
It feels very much like you know how like politics go where it's like, oh, we need to please a couple different
There
constituencies.
you go.
Like we need a couple different types of food.
We
on
gotta
here.
please the pecan makers. I
What
just said it that
is-
way to be weird.
What is a pit dog?
Pit dog.
What would a pit dog be?
I mean, is it the same thing that they just copied from like the renegade dog from PNC Park?
Yeah,
There's
it's the one
pierogies
from
on it.
PNC Park with the pierogies
They
on
put
it.
they put cheese tortellini on it instead, though.
Okay.
The pit dog would be something that you can't get anymore because the O closed on.
That is actually, yeah, that's accurate.
And it's less about the dog and more about the entire tray covered in 4 inches of fries that comes with it.
Correct.
That's right.
With
was-
the cheese cups. You need at least
Yes.
7 cheese cups. Everyone
And the
knows
fries
that.
aren't even actually that good, but you get
Hey!
a lot of them.
Fight me.
No, Fuel had better fries. Don't at me.
Oh,
R.I.P.
oh my
Fuel.
God.
Also, R.I.P.
Oh my God, this is like
I
just
was-
gotten too.
I was going to
way
ask
too
you,
much.
Beth, about what a Mountaineer dog should be, but we actually already covered that.
Yes.
No, they
And how
understood the assignment.
What
How
is
mu- how
actually
much
the
cr-
pit dog? Let's say that.
Oh, I think pit dog is fries and like
Oh my god,
No,
this
the,
game
the,
just
the
went to
pit
overtime.
dog is
Why?
actually resurrecting the O. Like, that's the correct answer.
I'm just now realizing that you were talking about the Big 12, and then you said the pit dog, and then with all the conference realignment, I was like, why is Pitt at the Big 12 baseball
it's fine.
championship?
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course. I got really confused.
Fucking cross
Damn it.
cross conference teams.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We do have a few more actual Big 12 hot dogs to get
Okay,
through.
that's all.
There's just one more.
Okay.
It's the Wildcat dog.
Emaw.
Ema. What would you guess for this one?
Man, this like. All right. So they did the purple like cabbage for
So do they go
For
purple here?
TCU. Do they go purple here? That's the thing. It's like, do they do like purple onions? But like they added like corn for Kansas,
That was weird.
Like, which was weird.
What if it was a corn dog, but by a corn dog I mean an ear of
No,
corn inside
give
of
me
a hot
the-
dog one?
Give me this one here. All right, Kansas State. There's the hot dog. There's gonna be chili. There's gonna be cheese. You're gonna throw Fritos on it. Give me some onions on top, and then for the purpleness, we're gonna throw in. Oh, the onions are the purple onions. There we go. We're good.
There you go.
That's it.
Yes, the people demand pickled onions, the best kind
Pickled
of onion.
purple onions.
This y'all are wrong on this one. It is
Okay.
pulled pork,
Oh,
crispy fried onions, and sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That's lame.
Eh.
Lame.
okay. These are
Before we
purple.
get off the topic of hot dogs,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
particularly because of how sad the Sooner Dogs bun looks, I feel that this is an important moment to spread the gospel and the good news of the New England style hot dog bun.
Oh, top cut Vesco.
Yes. Those should be standard. They're so much better than the other kind of hot dog bun.
What did
Why
we
don't
have at
we
my
have those
tailgate?
everywhere?
Nothing but top cuts.
Kamish, do you know what we're talking about? Okay,
No.
I'll drop a picture for you.
Yes, at my
So-
tailgate, this was the only type of bun that we stocked.
They're the correct kind of bun, but they are basically impossible to get out of outside of New England, and I don't understand
Oh, you can
why.
get them here. It's really easy.
Oh, okay. The split top buns. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Split top.
Yeah.
split
The
top
best
hot dog
kind
bun.
of hot dog bun.
I really do like those. I
used
agree.
I mean, when I went to Maine, I think I got like a lobster roll on one of those.
Oh,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
so up in New England, you actually cannot find like side cut do not exist.
Yeah, those are the only kind of hot dog
Yeah.
bun there, and they are correct. The
Yeah.
New Englanders are correct about that and
Yeah.
about seltzer. Polar seltzer is the best seltzer, and they're not correct about a lot of other things, but those two things they really nailed.
Yeah, all other hot dog buns have strayed from God's light.
I think the Australians eat them this way too, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Also, can we bring back Subway cutting subs the right way?
Oh, the V.
Yeah, the V.
Can we get Sheets to start doing that?
They did for a while. That's
Every
in the,
time I
that's in the
go to
long
Sheetz,
ago
it does not
times.
close.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Sure. Y'all are killing me. Another news. Sure. Birmingham Southern, which is a D3 school, just advanced to the D3 Super Regionals for baseball, and their college is permanently shutting down on May 31st. That is, if they go to the World Series is after the day their college shuts down.
Yeah.
Which is such a, play it out, I guess.
I think somebody posted a GIF underneath this, and it was from like Major League. It was like, what do we have left to do but win the whole fucking thing? It's like basically that's all we got left. Our school is closing. The school, if they win the World Series, they wouldn't even have a school to have a parade at.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sad.
They would have to do
Like-
something. Like Birmingham mayor, we will harass you.
Birmingham Southern will throw your
We
parade.
will throw a parade for you.
Absolutely.
Definitely. If you pull this off, yeah, just
I
go
lo-
Birmingham Southern. I think that was the campus where they did the weird orienteering at for the World Games.
Oh, I think that was.
It was, yeah.
I love this notion of like the college baseball equivalent of the dead hand strike.
Mhm. This is so just like, yeah, colleges go away sometimes, and it sucks. And yeah. Ugh. How about something wackier? Conference USA has a pickle.
Ooh.
Okay, I guess we skipped the Kyle thing, but okay.
Well, Kyle, no,
Cow thing. What?
oh, I can. You know what, Commission? I can move things around because there's literally no order to this.
There is no order in this, but it's fine.
Here, I moved it down. I moved
Wow.
it around.
Oh my
And
god.
I might skip more things later on.
Do
Take
it.
one down,
Yes.
pass it around.
Around.
98 things to talk about on the Sickos Committee podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Conference USA has a pickle.
They do.
And this is where, I need to get a picture of Pickle Rick, but put Conference USA's face on it.
Do you have to do that?
No, we don't
No,
have
I
to do that.
don't.
Don't do that.
And this is like the official pickle of the. I
Conference
love
USA.
this because I've talked about this before that I do really enjoy like a dill pickle. Like I really like just like a crunchy one, but not a
Is
big
th-
soft one.
Is the pickle tree just a thing in Pittsburgh, or is that a thing elsewhere?
What are you talking about?
Oh, a what?
The pickle on the Christmas tree?
No, I have one. Someone
Oh,
gave one to me,
explain.
but I don't know why.
Explain,
Okay.
please.
Okay, so it's a thing where you hang one ornament that is a pickle somewhere on the Christmas tree, and it's like a good luck. Sometimes you get an extra present kind of a thing if you're the person that finds the pickle ornament on the tree first, if you're the one that identifies which one of them is the pickle. Pickles are very much a thing in Pittsburgh, like a capital T thing.
Man, I love pickles, but I've never heard of this pickled Christmas ornament.
I have one. I don't remember who gave it to me, but I don't know the story behind it. I just knew it was a thing. Apparently, it's a German American thing, but there is not a complex German word for it. I was hoping this was like an old German tradition because it would like have this
I mean, it
10-syllable
is.
phrase.
Just doesn't have the German word for it.
Hold, okay, time out. I gotta make the German word now. Someone else vamp for me.
Okay.
So I just Googled Sucker Punch because I was like, I've never heard of this pickle before, and I wanted to learn more about it. And Google gave me a Zack Snyder movie.
Oh yeah,
That was the last movie I've actually walked out of the theater. I left probably like 35 minutes into that movie. I was done. I walked out.
Well-
it was bad.
Well, good luck with this Conference USA.
I have seen these pickles in the wild before. They have them at Aldi sometimes in the like rotating stuff aisle.
by-
I can't comment as to their quality.
Can I attempt to pronounce this pickle tradition from
Keep in mind,
Germany?
I just made up this
Wait.
word, but it's
Okay.
about what it would be.
wait, did you? Because I found it.
I did make this up, yes. What did you find?
What did
I'll
you? Okay,
be very
Commish,
pleased.
say it.
All right, so this is the tradition is commonly believed by Americans to come from Germany and be referred as Weihnachtsgurke.
You know what? I'll give you credit for that.
It's not
I would
too
have
bad.
gotten it.
I
Beth,
just
you wanna-
wanted to
you wanna
try
do
it.
it,
I
Beth?
know it was awful.
Weihnachtsgurken.
Yes.
Okay,
Weihnachtsgurken.
and can you say that in Pennsylvania for us now, Beth?
Weihnachtsgurken.
Thank you.
So yes, the Weihnachtsgurken.
I have never heard of this before. This is so awesome.
You should get one.
I
A
gotta
lot
get
of
it.
the
Oh,
you
they're
know, like all those I would have called it the at home stores and shit like that. They
oh my
always
God.
have pickles there. And I never
Okay.
they carry them.
So Berrien Springs, Michigan, has billed itself as the Christmas pickle capital of the world,
That does not surprise me.
and they held a pickle parade from 1992 to 2005, and the parade returned in 2021 after a 16-year hiatus. the pickle festival.
It's a
is the way.
Weihnachtskirchen miracle.
I can't even say it.
Well,
Man.
no, we can actually get all those words together too.
I am immensely pleased to inform you that as I am not German American, I do not have a Christmas pickle, but instead I have a Vinox ketchup, which I
Okay.
got on clearance at Joanne Fabrics this past year.
That's close enough. I mean, I don't know. Like Pittsburgh has a pickle festival.
They do. It's coming up in July. Picklesburg.
Okay, that is if they don't have an absolutely great logo, I'm gonna be very mad.
You'll be happy.
I
It's a good
believe
one.
that they do, and the local iced tea manufacturer also makes pickle iced tea specifically for the occasion.
Okay,
You
I
can
like
find
that.
out more at picklesburg.com.
Wait, so hold on. So I'm looking up this Sucker Punch, and I've gotten past the Zack Snyder movie now to find this actual product. Like this does not appear to be like actual pickles. This appears to be I'm seeing hydration pickle juice with electrolytes. Like this is like performance pickle.
This is real, man.
No, I see regular pickles, and I also see mixers too.
This is real stuff. Like the performance, like pickle thing is a huge thing in Texas. Like there's
Really?
they have like pickle
Oh, yeah.
shots. There's one that looks like a flask of
Who
pickle
was
juice.
who was the dude that was on the sidelines drinking out of like the giant Costco pickle jar?
I can't remember, but that's a
It was
thing.
like a Mac game or something. Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like there's
yeah, there you go,
this-
Arthur.
Yeah,
The-
they have actual pickles.
Pickles.
I've seen them.
Okay,
in
yeah,
the
no.
wild.
I've scrolled on their website and I see pickles now, like real pickles. But like the things they're heavily promoting is they've got pickle juice with electrolytes.
Yes,
It's what plants create.
this is something that like this is kind of like almost like a little bit of a sports drink, and I want to congratulate Conference USA for doing the puns back and forth with us about the pickles.
Hey, they were willing to play.
They look like they tweeted this, and then like the first 3 replies were us being tagged into the replies, so they knew it was coming. And I was just excited. I was like, we're gonna get tagged in this tweet all day, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Just them tweeting the official pickle. They said it's a really big deal. I was like, you relish the opportunity to tweet that, and then I think what was the other one? They said something back. I forgot. I gotta look again. But there was another pickle pun, and they were on it. So shout out
So
to Conference USA.
Y'all know that Conference USA is based out of Dallas, and I wonder if I just showed up and like sat at a desk with some Conference USA gear on. If I just get on payroll at that point, they like us. They know us.
They know us.
If I just showed up and said and took a sticker with my card.
I mean, it's kind of like what I did with the Big Sky. They were like, "Hey, you're going here." It was like, "Hey, you should stop by." I'm like, "Okay." Then I just like showed up with a rental car to their like office park that they were in, and they had like a display set up for us, which was amazing. But
Can we talk
You can
about
show up.
can we talk about that in the NCAA proposed penalty, or is that too much in the weeds for the shit that we're doing?
the penalty thing, I don't want to get. I mean,
Okay.
it's
That's fine.
yeah, it's just something that's. I think that's a little bit more of a serious subject, and it probably needs a little bit more in depth than what we've done on it. And I would probably trust actual
Ross-
reporters. I
Ross
would say.
Dellinger is the one that's been
Yeah.
in this one.
I would trust actual reporters on that, because you get into like law and legalese, and then you're gonna get into like settlements, and then I'm like, no, but you know, it seems like
The only reason I mention it is because the
Yeah.
Big Sky Commission came out swinging today about it.
it seems like they're trying to make G5 and FCS pay more of it.
Yes, or
Um,
a bigger percentage as
yes,
okay. Again, we're in the weeds, and this is
Yeah, I
I'm
know we
wrong.
have. I know you said that we weren't going to talk about this, but I was touching grass or otherwise away from my phone for most of today, and I have no idea what you're talking about. So
Okay,
it'd be
so-
wonderful if you could summarize.
Okay, so basically, this idea that there are these. Oh, I'm going to say something wrong here. I'm going to get roasted, but I'm going to say it anyways. Confidence. Hey, I am a white male of a certain age. If I cannot speak with confidence about things that I know nothing about, then what skills do I actually have? This is
Bassoon?
what. That's oh god, not anymore. Basically, as part of some lawsuits going through that are saying about all the back payment for NIL stuff that people should be getting, maybe.
Mm,
And this might be like a $20 billion, if they go with the lawsuits, this might be like a $20 billion bond that will destroy everything. So the NCAA is trying to come up with a settlement for like $2 billion. but they're having to take as part to pay for that. They're having to take money from each conference, like as a percentage of their payouts.
Ah.
And so you end up with things like, because it's based on NCAA revenue only, the ACC is actually having to pay to get the most taken away from them because they go to the tournament. That's really the only thing the NCAA does. They don't do the football side of things.
Football revenue doesn't count. Man,
Right.
I hate it here.
And then they run into the issue of these small conferences are being hurt more because that money matters. That small percentage matters more to them. Like,
yeah, it's
like what the fuck did the NEC do to to fuck over like these kids?
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's the marginal value problem in the same way. That's why, if you, not to get too political, but briefly, every once in a while, people are like, oh, a flat tax is fair. No, it's not. If you take a second to think about folks who are low income versus billionaires, it makes sense why that's not fair.
The only people that are basically going to vote on this are the Power 4 conferences anyways. So if they can accept this, if all 4 of them vote to accept it, it's good. And they're bringing the G5 and the FCS along for the ride, basically. They're saying, we're all going to get haircuts and we get to decide how much hair we cut. Right.
Mm.
So there's a lot of, this is going to get real ugly. That's as far as I'm going to go because I've probably already said something wrong. But yes. And it was like the FCS conferences, especially like the Big Sky Conference Commissioner going, this is garbage. Yep.
Ugh.
Now onto something wacky. How about the number of Kyles that showed up together? Kyle, Texas, tried to have Kyle Field, College Station, tried to have a Kyle Fest and get the world record for the most number of Kyles. They did not get there. It was only 706 Kyles. The
What's
record was something
the
like
record?
2,000 something.
That's so many Kyles.
So I find myself immediately wondering if there are more than 700 Kyles in Kyle Field on an average Texas A&M football day.
Someone suggested that, and that's probably true. I know I have someone in my family whose first name is Kyle, named after Kyle Field. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all know I don't have a big family,
Mm-hmm.
but I have someone in my family named after Kyle.
I mean, also, like, it's a big stadium. Kyle is not an uncommon name, even if obviously it is more likely that there will be a propensity of Kyles in Kyle Field for exactly the reason that Jordan described. But how many Kyles would you have out of a general population crowd of 85,000 people or whatever Kyle Field's capacity is?
About 100,000, and also that's not a random sample either. That is
right,
people
exactly.
that are
That's
going
what I'm
to
saying.
be yeah.
I mean, I have no idea. I just have a question. What would be the funniest stadium to name a child after?
Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and you name the kid Bill Snyder Family.
That's very good.
There's got to be a Rose Bowl something out there. There's some Michigan girl being born this year. It's going to be named Rose
Big House.
Bowl.
Yeah, this
Big
is
House.
my kid, Big House.
What?
This is my child, the shoe.
Now you got me thinking about we're naming kids like Kibby after
Yeah,
Kibby
I was
Dome.
just thinking about
yeah.
Mm.
Problem is they're already all named after people. So you end up with this problem of like, it can't be funny. It's just someone's name, even if it's a funny name.
This
Oh,
is
how
my
about- how
this is
about
my
when
little
they're-
daughter. Her name is the Swamp.
Some Yinzer out there is going to name their kid Acrisure. Fuck.
No,
No.
no self-respecting Yinzer would do that.
None.
That's true. Heinsfield.
No, I think though, like, imagine someone being named after what Louisville's football stadium used to be, like
Papa
the
John's.
full thing, not
Papa
not just
John's.
John, but yeah.
Whoa, Big Papa. Like all one word, like Alamo Dome. Just got me like
Alum Odome.
Alamo Dome.
Alamo Dome.
Alamo Dome.
Of the
You could
Connecticut
just
Odomes.
Yes.
You could also just name your kid Alamo Dome and call them Al, and no one would know. Except for the first day of school when the teacher's like, Alamo Dome?
I feel like also, like, if we're talking bowl names, like, there has to be a kid out there named Fenway.
Oh,
Oh,
1,000%.
Has to
guaranteed.
be. There
Guaranteed.
has to
like
be a kid
after
out there named Yankee.
There's
I
a
for
50
sure.
chance that
probably-
little Fenway has a trust fund.
The
I
Yankee has
guarantee
a song.
that someone I went to college with definitely probably has a kid named Fenway. Okay,
Guaranteed.
like I'm almost going to guarantee that.
Guaranteed somebody's
This is
named
my
Fenway.
baby Cherubundi.
Terra Bundy.
Speaking of guarantees, you can name your kid. It's not a college football stadium, but you can name your kid Guaranteed Rate.
This is my son, roofclaim.com.
There's definitely a Cubs fan named Wrigley.
Oh,
Guaranteed, too.
1,000%.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
just done.
It
There's
would
probably
be
a White Sox fan out there named Comiskey, for that matter.
it would be fun to call little Poulon in off the swing set.
But two very clear syllables. Poulon.
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 Bad Boy Mars, get over here right now.
I would like to introduce my child, Snoop Dogg, presented by Gin and Juice.
Oh my god.
Have there been the superheroes named Gin and
Would you
Juice yet? And why
would you
haven't
like-
there been?
Would you like to meet the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl? Stupid whale.
This is
But-
baby lip shots.
no, I want about the Kyle thing here. It's in Kyle, Texas.
No,
They
it's not
hope-
Kyle, Texas. I got that wrong.
They hoped for 2,326 Kyles to attend the Kyle Fair, a Tex.
Wait. So they
Extravaganza.
didn't even come close?
No,
Oh, that's rough.
but hold on. There's more details. This was the 5th attempt. Their 5th attempt.
Fucking lazy ass Kyles.
It's such a Kyle thing to do. But last
I guess
year,
they're antisocial.
they had 836 Kyles. This year it dropped to 706.
Oh, I
So-
didn't realize this has been the most Kyles.
They've been trying to get like the hope for the most Kyles to get 2,326. I can guarantee you, like Kyle Field, just all the Aggie fans just say you're Kyle and you'll set the record.
Yeah, so
at
I
Kyle
fucked
Field.
this up. This was in Kyle, Texas, not at Kyle Field. I was wrong.
It was in Kyle, Texas,
Kyle
yes.
Field, I guarantee could fill up that many. I want to say, do you know what the name in the record for most people of that name in one place is?
No.
It is Ivan. Apparently, there's a place in Bosnia that had 2,325 Ivans together.
Oh, so
It was
that's
an
this,
Ivanov.
is this the they're trying to break the record to make it a Kyle
They're
record?
trying to go after. The Kyles are
going
going
after-
after the Ivans.
Kyle is going after Ivan. Kyle not doing well. You go again in the 6th year next year.
Okay, this is something I did not know. Kyle is not a chart topper among popular names in the U.S. according to the Social Security Administration, which tracks the names. Most recent data showed that Kyle is 416th in male names in the U.S.
well, I think it's not
Ivan-
trendy now.
Ivan is
Like
a
it
one,
used to be bigger.
Ivan is a 153rd.
I mean, that makes sense. Ivan is a variant of John, and so there are a lot of those, even considering that John is not as popular as it once was.
I guess I don't know a ton of Ivans, but that might just speak to like, my crowd.
I have known 2. They were both significantly older than I am, but still.
There you go. Anyways, Kyle's fell short. So to our ad reads. Why not? This is free form. This is the jazz episode. Do you
Do you know what it means to miss New
Marching
Orleans?
chord.
No.
Hey Beth, I was trying to play piano on my actual like keyboard using one of those like MIDI mixers. It's
Ooh.
like my QWERTY keyboard. Yeah, really
Yeah.
bad. Did not work. I will have Alana text you at some point because I do need those birthday gift ideas. I need something. Just don't
I'm
tell
here
how much
for
this
you.
costs. You are truly a compatriot. Hey, you should pay us money so I can get things for my birthday. No, wait, don't do that.
This is a really big selling point. We have people in the replies like, hey, join the Patreon so Jordan can get a latte.
Hell yeah.
Pit
Damn it.
Girl likes cold brew. You could also buy me cold brew.
Yes. Buy Pit Girl stuff.
Hey, Pit
She
Girl,
deserves it.
when we hang out next year for the brawl, we both need to go get some Vietnamese iced coffee together and just see how things
Yeah, we
go.
get to hear colors together.
Oh, I
Hell
love
yeah.
it.
The real reason why people need to give money to the Patreon is so we have money.
Oh, yes. God,
That's true.
don't tease them yet.
I mean,
Go to our link tree. We have amazing things there. Our partners include 7 Coffee Roasters, Bearded Brothers, Cola Goodies,
I
and
need-
4 More Liquor
I need to
subscriptions.
tweet that one day. I don't feel like bothering anybody. Like, hey, we have ads. Like, buy stuff in these links. But it's just like
I know.
I was like, I don't want to bother you
That's
guys.
just how we are.
Yeah.
It's on our link tree. You got stuff there. Use those coupon codes if you're interested in those products. They're great. We also, of course, have our Patreon for $5 a month. You can give us money to do fun things. Every dollar you give us goes towards giving you more content that you like. Even though I know Kamish hates that word, stuff, creative stuff,
Podcasts,
podcasts,
Substacks,
graphics, more
graphics.
articles. Yeah.
Allows us to pay for the videos that you enjoy, the animation.
Hey, did you see I put out a video today?
You
It was
did.
beautiful, Jordan.
I thought I was very proud of myself. Ben said it looked too good, or that I was trying to go janky, and he was like, "It's not like janky enough."
It's not
Like,
janky enough.
I got you. Our extra podcasts include Commission's Corner, yes, rah rah rah, yes, and the Prairie View Chronicles. We have new episodes of those every Friday morning, of whichever one we have going that week. We also have our. God, I'm just crashing and burning. Sorry. We also have our paywall Substack posts if you're part of our Patreon as well. We are going to have our store back up around June 1st. I am rapidly populating it with old stuff and new stuff as well. We're going for a couple of just, I don't know, different things. Hopefully you'll enjoy that stuff, and you can get it in the summer before we, take off into the season. You have to get ready for these things.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of a soft launch, I guess, to get the store up and running, to work the kinks out in the off season, and then we'll be ready to roll. So we'll have some stuff and just get some.
Those bathing suits though, huh?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yep. Oh, yoga pants. Oh yeah.
Once I realized I could put patterns on things, it got really dark real fast.
Yeah.
That was not. Yeah, that was not where the pasties go. That was everywhere.
Look, nothing says Sickos Committee like a string bikini.
I mean,
I tell you. There are two people on this call who would wear that, and I'm not going to tell you which those two people are.
I like
Not
how I
me.
want to say it was like a week or two ago when you mentioned like, yeah, we're gonna like move over to a new store. Like, oh, we can't do the ugly white bikinis now. Like,
Now we have more options.
Oh, we got more options in this site.
Yeah.
Yes, we got the and people were like, I hope those white swim trunks for the men are kind of thick.
I bet you not.
See-through.
I bet you not.
This
Hey.
on
Hey.
a very special episode of Baywatch.
So we got that coming up. We have our YouTube channel.
Be ready. Oh, don't you fear.
We have our
Boy, that was an age check.
our YouTube channel, which has our shorts and will have other videos as well. I watched the Jenny Nicholson 4-hour Galactic Star Cruiser, the Disney Star Wars Hotel video. It was a review and an autopsy, and it's a delightful 4-hour video.
A 4-hour YouTube video?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, you're lucky if I can make it through like a repeat Simpsons episode lately
This is
here.
good. This is top background stuff.
Okay.
Like one AirPod in, doing other things. It is perfect for that. You have to
Yeah,
watch.
Okay.
it's basically a podcast. I have not watched this one. I have been watching a lot of Philosophy Tube of late, and it's sort of the same thing.
I also, once again, we'll come back to Dan Mullen and Eric Prydz, but I watched a great 50-minute documentary on the history of Call on Me by Eric Prydz and who he stole it from. Other things we have, our Instagram, our Substack, with our series, The Best Season of All Time for Teams Who Stopped Having a Football Team. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to the places we refuse to go because, you know what? I'm doing better than my therapist tells me not to. And as always, Home Field Apparel. Softest, comfiest, collegiate licensed apparel for all the schools, big and small. Check them out. Use offer code yes, yes, 3 ha's for 15% off your first order.
So I want to mention something about Home Field. We have something that I want to tease for Home Field.
Ooh.
There is going to be a subscription box coming in the next few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. This is going to be something that is something that anybody listening to this podcast, you're going to want this subscription box, and you are going to need every single one of these shirts.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is
Make space in your t-shirt drawer now.
Make space in your t-shirt drawer. Make space in your closet if you're a weird t-shirt hanger like the commish,
Yeah.
myself. Make sure you have the King Spud shirt on, which I think my wife called this something different. She said it was something wrapped weirdly, but I'm like, okay, sure.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, no, I gotcha.
Yeah. So there is something coming in the next few weeks for home field. Look out for that, and you're gonna want this. This is gonna be
Yeah.
legendary shirts, legendary, unique type of collegiate apparel. And go ahead, Pit Girl.
You will also want to make space on your hat rack if you are a
Oh
hat
yes,
wearer.
if you are a
Yes.
hat wearer, you're gonna need. This is
Home
This
field
is something-
home field. This is home field's like message to all of our listeners and
For
and
real.
anyone who enjoys what we do. Like this is like we
Like-
understand you at a very deep level.
Home-
You're
home
going to
field-
want this.
Home field reached out to us. Is like, we're gonna need your help, Sickos Committee. And I'm like, we're here for you.
We got
And I'm like,
this.
we got this. We are going to promote the crap out of this. You're going to get annoyed by it, but you're going to love every single item that is coming in this collection, in this subscription box, because every single one of these schools, I don't want to tell you how many, but every single one of these schools has just a phenomenal, incredible, absolutely marvelous, magnificent, magnanimous mascot associated with it, and you're gonna want it. And we all want it also. So hopefully all of us will get some of these too. But definitely, this will help you pass the summer months and get ready for the season, because you're gonna have some phenomenal shirts and hats that are coming. I can't wait to get
We are
this.
very excited. About
I
this.
am
Oh,
I
yeah.
am so hyped for this. I can't give you any other details, but like the commission is just super excited off the charts, like for this stuff. Man, I cannot wait. I'm just thrilled with this. So keep an eye out.
Yeah, like listener, I'm not kidding. I was clearing out t-shirt space
Same.
this week.
I have full hangers. I'm donating clothes to like, I don't have any, I'm not buying any more hangers. I've reached that point. I'm like, I will not buy any more hangers. If there's shirts I don't wear, I will donate to make room for the hangers. So I have cleared out a garbage bag of like clothes from the closet, and I'm gonna go donate that to, I think, I don't know, there's like a bin, or maybe I'll drive to the Salvation Army or Goodwill or whatever. But I've cleared out hangers for these shirts in anticipation of this collection.
I was going through my closet the other day and I found my old fraternity bowling shirt, which was my rage shirt. So I wore in the
Yeah.
basement. It's a black bowling shirt with like gold stripes, letters, and like gold trim. And that's what I always wore in the basement. And I had a visor that went with it, like a cloth visor. And I wore like my cargo shorts with it and my sandals, my flip flops. Yeah.
My brain is supplying something that's like half Michael Jackson video, half members only jacket, but also a bowling shirt. And it's very confusing to me.
It's a great shirt. I still swear it smells like basement. 'Cause I don't think I
It
could ever
takes a
get that
lot
out.
to get the basement smell out. It can be done, but it does take some effort.
I'll wear it to record one of these days because it still vaguely fits me. And
We'll see if we can smell it from here.
yeah, it'll have those
Probably.
little like wave lines on it. I'm going to skip around the document a little bit because I want to come back and talk about something that's important to me. Do y'all know who Bill Fagerbakke is? He is the voice of Patrick Star on SpongeBob SquarePants and played Dauber on Coach.
I'm sorry.
Right. I did not know this. He played for Iowa. Not Iowa, sorry. He played for Idaho.
Uh-oh.
Close
Played for
enough.
Idaho. He was a Vandal.
He was a vandal.
And apparently a pretty good football player, but he got hurt and ended up starring in their version of Godspell. You know, like you do. And I have some pictures of him from the day. The Idaho Vandals football account really got into this today. gave us some good info, as did the Kibby Dome folks. In the chat, I'm dropping a picture of him. And he looks just like luscious locks.
That is some floofy hair.
Mm-hmm.
Super floof.
He
I
has
would-
flow, as the kids might say.
I would like to talk about a news interview he did. I'm going to read from it because we've talked on this podcast before about why Idaho and Boise State don't play each other, because that is one of the nastier rivalries. Like, it is a real hate and ass rivalry. This is a news article from the 70s. Baker Bakey has had no second thoughts about going to the University of Idaho. Quote, "Anybody can schedule a winning season like Boise State does," he said. "I'd rather play some good competition. Sure, you lose some games, but there's a lot more satisfaction in it when you win." Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh
Ooh,
shit.
Lord. Can we put
Hating ass Patrick Star.
Oh my
can
God.
we put like the Patrick voice in there and like, oh
That is so fucking hate and ass.
big time.
This is, I think Boise was still a junior college at this point too. Like, it wasn't even, and Idaho would have been like 15 years away out from having played in the Pac-12 or the Pac whatever it was called back then. So this is punching down just aggressively bad. You can see why Boise State, when they started winning, they became the nerdy kid that got bullied and then just wails on the person
Mm-hmm.
and just has not turned that off yet. I don't blame them for that, is what I'm saying.
So I did some digging when I was doing the Pacific a Substack, and I came across like Pacific and Idaho played rather frequently in the 70s. So like the one Saturday I'm like posting like the V8 tailgate thingy that you could like mail in from the Idaho program. And I was searching for Bill Fagerbake's like picture in that, but apparently when they played Pacific, it was the second game of the season and he was still redshirted. They called him into action on the fourth game of the season, so he was not in that program in 1976. I love the fact that he was just like, yeah, we play tougher teams. And then I go into the Idaho yearbook and I see the third time since World War II, the Vandals post a winning season.
It's because they're playing the tougher teams.
They're playing the tougher teams, apparently.
Yeah, Idaho wasn't even great like back in the day, y'all. There's a reason why they ended up falling out of the Pacific whatever conference at that point.
No, they left the Pacific Conference in like 1960 when all that crazy drama happened in like the 1950s and whatnot.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my God, I found a picture of the Kibby Dome in 1977 in this. Oh, I lost the page. Where did it go?
That's why you gotta have a bunch of tabs. I never lose things with my
No,
tabs.
I tried to make it
You
a full
lose
screen
things with your tabs all the time, Jordan. Don't lie.
No, I don't.
Yes,
They're
you do.
there. I just don't know where they are. That doesn't count as
Is
losing
that
it.
is that
No.
not losing
No,
something?
because it's still here. I
It's
know
right
it's
in
here.
your browser where you left it.
Right.
Mm.
It's here. I just don't know where here is.
You're the kid that has the bed that's 8 feet high because of all the stuff you've jammed under the bed.
There, I found it.
Heisenberg's uncertainty tabs.
I found it.
I have no room to throw stones at all in this discussion.
Today I was trying to find something I was trying to find a file. I couldn't remember what I called it. I was searching like 5 or 6 different things. I finally found it. And then I renamed the file to every other word that I tried to find. So now it has like a 10-word title because one of those things will hit.
You
That's
could
what you're
just
saying.
put, there are tags. You can put tags on things.
No, I can't.
Oh, Jordan.
That's why it's called like Sickos, FBS, restaurant, template, template, form. What else do I call it? Like fill out, fill in, pictures, images, icons.
Tablet,
Yeah.
brick, potato, llama.
That's VJ. Yeah. Hey, how'd you know my password?
Hmm.
Miss, what you're gonna say?
No, I found the spot. In 1976, Kibby Dome earned a National Engineering Award.
Of course it did.
So now we have to refer to it as the award-winning Kibby Dome.
I was named the 9th wonder of the world.
It was.
That's not true. That's not true.
I love the Idaho yearbook. The name of the yearbook.
What is it?
Any guesses on what it's called?
Oh,
The Vandal?
Okay.
no. It had to be something weirder. It's called like the potato.
No. Any other guesses?
The eagle,
Beth-
Aquilus.
The Gem of the Mountains.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, very
Ooh.
nice. Very nice.
Your people, some yearbooks have the weirdest ass names.
I
Like,
love the Pacific yearbook. The University of the Pacific yearbook was called the Naranjado.
Okay, I like that.
I like
The
that. It was
orange.
good.
The orange,
Yeah.
yeah.
The orange, yeah. It was
I did.
really
I
good.
do like the Texas A&M's yearbook for a long time back in the early 1900s. Was called the Longhorn.
Sure.
Oh yeah, they changed it for. It was changed for reasons.
I can't even pronunciate the ULM yearbook. It's like
Les's Bantams.
no, it is a Native American name.
Oh,
It's like
Oh,
the
it's Chakahula.
Chakahula. Yeah, it's so hard to say.
I probably said it's super. I probably said it's
I-
super southern. Sorry. Like,
yeah, so the Chakahula.
yeah, Chakahula is what my grandpa probably would have said.
yeah. Like all Pennsylvanians, I have a passing familiarity with Algonquin, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm going to talk about what Dan Mullen was up to. Dan Mullen's on vacation. I think it was the Bahamas, but I'm not sure. And for some reason, he was at a pool at an Eric Prydz concert. Do y'all know who Eric Prydz is?
No,
Yes.
and I don't think I want to.
He's an EDM DJ. So
Okay.
yeah, he's
He's known for one song for most people.
for most people you would say that. Yes,
And it is the song Call on Me.
yes.
Slash
The
Valerie
horniest video
by
of all
Steve-
time.
Yeah, it's the video that they're all working out and they're all thrusting their hips. You've never seen this, have you, Pit Girl?
No.
Okay, hold
No,
on.
no,
I'm not
no.
gonna play it. I was gonna send
Don't
it to her.
don't do this for these ladies. Don't. This is the
What?
horniest
This is-
video of all time.
No, it's not. It isn't even like you've seen anything.
This
This
is
is
like it.
2004.
So this is like a train ride. Our uteruses might fly out, and so we need to be protected.
This is like 2004 horny. It's
No,
not even
no,
that
this is-
horny.
Oh no, it's bad.
Really? Like,
I will click the link and take this burden upon myself.
Okay, you do that.
anyways, he has this song. He doesn't play that song anymore because that's like his old days.
Yes.
But
Oh, it's a
apparently,
good one.
I just like picture Dan Mullen like at an EDM concert, whipping glow sticks around, and I just like he's just at a pool party.
Dan Mullen
and-
pool party.
There's a dude in front of him with a pink furry hat. Like you know what kind of party this is. And I don't know, man. It just seemed like
What
a
is-
weird place for Dan Mullen to be.
Dan
Coach
Mullen goes
Dan
to
Mullen?
Ibiza.
Yes, right?
Coach Dan Mullen. I'm just imagining him. Let me look at Dan Mullen's tweets here. It kind of seems like he's in Vegas.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm
So-
looking at it here.
So do you think Dan Mullen went to this concert because Dan Mullen wanted to go to this concert, or was this like the time I took Puddles to go see Flo Rida?
How
Why
did you
did
end
you
up?
take Puddles to see Flo?
How did you get
You
there?
can't pass up an opportunity to see Flo Rida.
Can't do it.
It was
I recognize this song now. That's all.
Okay, yeah.
so it was because the Pirates occasionally do concerts after their games, and Dad really wanted to go see the Pirates, and we really wanted to see.
Wait, so we were at the same game.
We were with Puddles. Yeah. Let's just say that. So Puddles is a little hard of hearing,
Yeah.
Mm.
and it was a tricky audio environment. But there was one song he was able to hear very distinctly, and he was
Oh, God.
very excited to sing it the whole way back on the Riverwalk while we walked
no.
back to where we parked our car. And Chaos Sibling was very angry with me when I explained to Puddles what it meant, and then he was sad. So.
Oh, I bet I know which song.
I
this
would
is.
bet you probably do. He's like, I really like this song. It's fun to sing. And we're both like, I'm like, this is happening. Like, I
Flo
love my
Rida is
dad.
for the children
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
olds.
Dad was very excited. He's like, I think I like Florida. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
You and the most serene Republic of San Marino. Something your dad and San Marino have in common. They love Flo Rida.
Yep. I love
Yes,
Puddles
Pick
so
Girl, how you
much.
doing?
I'm just I think I also know which Flo Rida song this is.
I'm trying to figure out which one it is.
It has to be Whistle, right?
Yeah, of course it's Whistle. Because it's catchy as hell.
Yep.
Listener, I regret to inform you if you have not thought about this that song is about blowjobs.
Yes, of course it is. How could you not? How could you not know that?
Puddles didn't know that.
It's Puddles. Someday you will meet Puddles and you will understand. Pit Girl understands.
Oh no, I
Paul
get
does
how I
understand.
get how Puddles doesn't get that. I understand.
Lots
Even
of
that
people
listens
listen to music
us.
and don't really pay attention
Yeah.
to the lyrics. See
Okay.
also the number of people who don't realize that It's Not Living If It's Not With You by the 1975 is about heroin.
I don't want to say that I'm a bad daughter, but I might have let him sing it the entire way from PNC Park to the Mr. Rogers statue before I finally couldn't take it anymore.
No, that's worth it.
My other sister is still mad at me for
That's
doing it.
no, that's totally worth it. That's a core memory right there. Like he may never forget that, and you will never forget it. And your sister, they're never gonna
Puddles'
forget that.
little
That is a
feelings
core
in his head,
memory.
his little emotions in his head, locking down a core memory
right.
of Whistle.
Look, my favorite thing was
They're not going to show you that inside out.
no, the core memories thing is like.
Oh yeah.
So I evacuated New Orleans for Katrina, and I was in like Vero Beach, Florida, which we were out for like, I don't know, like 2 weeks after the storm. They wouldn't let us back in. And so my aunt was with me, and we're driving in the car, and I'm listening to, at the time, Kanye West. And so I'm listening to the song Barry Bonds. I remember this clear as day. So I'm listening to the song Barry Bonds. My aunt looks at me and she says, I really like Kanye. He's nice. And he's great. And he doesn't cause any trouble. And then that evening was the freaking Mike Myers Katrina relief concert, fundraiser, whatever you call it, was that. Like hours later. I mean, that's core memory. So like the Flow Rider thing you have there, that's a core memory. You're never gonna forget that, and I am never gonna forget. Here's another hit, Barry Bonds. So
he was so happy.
She was so happy, and then like wanted to blame me for what happened on the TV.
Like you fucked that up. Yeah.
Yep.
Like it's my fault.
Honestly, I'm looking at the Pirates like promotional schedule. They don't have any concerts this year.
Oh really? Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad too.
I once saw Bowling for Soup after an FC Dallas game. Although seeing Bowling for Soup in North Texas is sort of like you're going to see Bowling for Soup. That's all they.
Have you ever been to a game where there was a concert after the game that you didn't know about, like until the game ended and there was a concert?
I've been to a game where that happened in the middle of it. That was how I ended up at a Train concert. Thanks, Orange Bowl.
What did they sing at the Orange Bowl? Was it
Drive? No, they sing probably Teardrops from Jupiter, Drive By.
That was the 70-33 game. I was on such a wild high that I can't remember a thing that happened other than just wild screaming.
I don't think like just wild screaming. Like even Train can't ruin this day for me.
And they tried.
I'm still thinking about Bowling for Soup in Texas because, like, Ohio, come back to Texas in Texas has to hit.
Oh, it does. I had a friend of mine in college who's a good friend of me and my wife's who was trying to decide between having to do her medical rotation in San Antonio or Cleveland. And so we sent her that song every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wait.
As you should.
She had to choose between San Antonio or Cleveland?
She was in the Air Force.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, like San Antonio is like military city.
She went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
The allure of Cleveland is hard to top.
It's tough.
I mean, I've seen 30 Rock, so.
I mean, it is.
I guess we really love a river that's been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to watch that like old Cleveland promotional video that a bunch of guys made running around because it makes me very, very happy. The one that says our chief export is crippling depression. Hang on, I'm going to go find
the line.
It. This was all on by Dan Mullen at Eric Prince.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we started. We started this one out.
This was
welcome to our consciousness.
Hey, look, our like we said it at the beginning. Our show notes were a bit of a mess, and this show is I think it's beautiful. So it's going great.
Which coach do you most want to see doing the dance from the Call on Me video? And why is it Burt Bielema?
No. That's not his name.
Brett.
It's Bertram.
Bertram
Bielema.
Bertram
You
Bielema.
got to remember that. He's no longer Bert Bielema. He is Bertram Bielema.
Bertram Bielema.
So the "Call on Me" dance from the Eric Prydz video,
Yeah.
like the.
Oh
that-
yeah.
Okay.
You say it's horny. It's 2004 horny.
2004.
No.
I really think the coach to do that, for me, I don't know. Like it's always funny to make Mac Brown do things. Yeah. It just is.
Mac Brown giving the air a real good hump. I think.
Yeah. I mean, he could hurt himself at this point. I don't want that to happen.
Oh no, Mac Brown might pull his ass.
We know. Hey, we are a walking, talking, foundation for people who have pulled asses. Listeners, don't be like Kamish.
If
Keep
you
your ass
or
in one
someone you
piece.
know has pulled their ass trying to
Has
build a
pulled their ass.
basketball hoop,
If someone you know is getting old, just hug them
for
because they
God's
feel bad.
They may or may not have pulled their ass recently.
They just want someone to hear them talk about how they pulled their ass.
Sorry.
It's like therapy, but cheaper.
Don't apply icy hot there. It'll burn.
Did you icy hot your ass?
I have before.
Okay.
How many times?
I'm sure you're a middle school boy.
That's probably when the first time I did it. Like look. You play baseball throughout like
You're
middle
gonna pull an
school
ass.
and high school.
You're gonna pull an
You're gonna have a tube of icy hot in your bat bag. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna apply, and you're not gonna necessarily clean your hands correctly, and you're gonna have mishaps. It's not gonna be good. But seriously, there's always a point in like the beginning of the season where your arm is just incredibly on fire. So like before the practice, whatever, you just throw an icy hot on, and you gotta be careful you really need to wash your hand after that, because get in your eyes, I mean, anywhere, your ear,
Scratch your dick. Yeah.
cup check, who knows?
What? I was dancing around it.
I see why we got the explicit rating on the app now.
Did we finally get an explicit rating?
Mm-hmm.
It was time. It's way past time.
It was
Man,
about
I guess
time.
I didn't say fuck enough before. I gotta say
Okay.
fuck more.
Okay, we
There you
do
go.
have the explicit rating. I hope we don't anchor.
Scratching your dick. It's not a big deal. Except when you have icy hot in your hands, or if you have hot peppers, or if or if
Be
I don't
careful
know.
handling
A lot of ors going into
Oh,
this.
that's
now.
a lot of ors. How many times have you done it, Jordan?
I have placed myself in a glass of milk because I have done this before. I've hurt myself before. Okay.
This is I'm gonna have to turn on Eric Prydz now. I mean, we have gone down. We have like broken.
Did it help?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Really did actually.
Okay.
Look, if you
Yeah,
figure out how we got here, it's a long road, my
It's Eric
friend.
Prydz.
We are the dumb version of Connections with James Burke tonight.
This is not my beautiful podcast.
This is not my beautiful wife. How did I get here?
Fine,
Same
I'm gonna make everyone.
same as it ever was.
Instead. Here we go. Auburn has extended an offer to 2028 running back Chris Davis III, son of Kick Six legend Chris Davis.
This is good and cool, but I feel like I'm 1,000 years old. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kick Six happened in what year?
2013.
13?
2013, yeah.
So wait a second. Is the Kick Six Chris Davis just Chris Davis?
He is Chris Davis Jr., technically.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if he was George Foremaning.
No.
Okay.
When you put the second and third in the same generation, yes.
Yeah.
I am reasonably confident that Chris Davis is actually Chris Davis Jr.
Okay.
That is, it does make you feel old, I have to admit. Mitchell, you done dancing? We good?
No, I went through
He's
Dan
listening to
Mullen's,
Talking Heads in his head.
Dan Mullen's Wikipedia. When Eric Pritz came out, he was a quarterback coach for Utah.
Yeah. Okay.
I could see him in Salt Lake City.
You know, he was pumping in Salt Lake.
Call on me.
Other fun things. Georgia QB Jaden Rashada.
Yes.
I always get that wrong for some reason. Is suing Florida head coach Billy Napier and Top Gators booster Hugh Hathcock for fraud, among other allegations over a failed $13.85 million NIL deal.
Man, this shit's hilarious.
This is,
I love how petty this has become very
Mhm.
rapidly. Like, it was funny when the NIL deal failed. It was funny when he ended up at Georgia. It's now extra funny that he is at Georgia suing and informed Kirby Smart of his intention to file the lawsuit, according to sources. And Kirby said, cool.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like
Gave his-
this could
gave his
be
blessing
like
like
a
a
game
marriage.
for Florida, though, right? Because I don't know how this is going to shake out. Obviously, there's a lot of legal stuff. I'm not a lawyer, but like, if this makes it easier for Florida to fire him for cause, like that could end up being a net gain for Florida in the long run.
What in Florida's coach hiring history in the last 15 years makes you think that this is going to end well for Florida?
Well, I mean, because the problem there isn't really the coach, but you know, that's something that they could want to do, and they could do it cheaper.
So there's more details that came out in this article. So shout out
Okay.
to by Kevin Clark. Kevin Clark. There's a couple of different more details on this. Now, I'm not, they promise Rashada a lot of money. So like there's a downside to this. You're going to promise a kid all this money and then you're not going to come through on it. So this is kind of like a bit of a downside to the, NIL landscape. So he wound up going to Arizona State last year. So he went to Arizona State and then he transferred to Georgia. Now he's in Georgia and he's likely going to be the backup quarterback to Carson Beck. So there's a downside to the NIL thing, but there's promises made by Florida, which was there's a lot of allegations here. We don't know. We're not going to necessarily go too far into the weeds of this situation here, but we're going to stay surface level. There's going to be a lot of funny things. The thing about, Rashada informed Georgia coach Kirby Smart about the lawsuit, which we've already talked about. And Smart was like, yeah, go ahead, sue him. So, I mean, we can talk about that.
Totally cool.
But there's more information because the Miami Hurricanes were also involved in this too. So the Miami Hurricanes indicated that the suit cites several texts between Eddie Rojas, the CEO of the Gator Collective, and I think it's Zager, but including to tell Jaden we need to look forward to set him up for life, need to set up his brokerage accounts ASAP, dude is rich, and we just got started. And then quote, unquote, it says, as well as, quote, we're going to have to dodge the freaks at Miami. I hate Miami. This is going to be fun to watch. Wait, there's more. All right. Florida hatched a plan to land Jaden Rashada, which resulted in him never taking a snap for Florida. Their head coach is now getting sued. Shout out Billy Napier. The quarterback taking a backup role to their biggest SEC rival. And then somehow it wound up giving Miami $150,000 to the Miami booster they were bidding against. And Kevin Clark adds at the end, I love college football. And this is a mess. Like this is going to be an absolute mess. Like we don't necessarily know what's going to happen, but the nature of everything that happened is absolutely insane, and it's worth talking about here. Completely.
Yes, just to like look at this thing and go,
like we don't even know what's going to happen, but we're going to sit back and enjoy the show because now I don't think we've ever had. Have we ever had a player sue a coach on a different team?
We had to have, but
I feel like that may have happened, which, I mean, we may need to do some research there, which we have not, because I did not have time today, because I would love to do that. I know there was like a player mutiny at Washington in like the 1950s, along with like Prairie View had one where they were going after the coach, but there wasn't necessarily anybody being sued. There was a Grambling State had one against the program and the coach. So there was a couple of different instances there, but I'm going to have to, if I get time to dig, I am going to dig tomorrow to see if I can find something, because I'm not sure something like this has ever happened in college football before. Maybe in like the 1920s when they were like paying players, or what was the player that said, if you can't beat them, join them?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Fielding Yost. It was, I feel like it was somebody from West
man.
Virginia.
While we Google that, I just want to tell the listeners that I am envisioning us as that gif of the Washington State guy just like drowning himself in popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
That's us right now.
Exactly. It looks like no one has credit for that quote.
The earliest known use of the term is in the Atlantic Monthly magazine in 1932, with a senator listing it as his favorite maxim, which means it was in use prior to that.
Oh man, there was a player. It was like associated with one of our best teams of all time. Oh man, I gotta find it. I gotta dig. So I'm gonna keep digging, but y'all continue on with the stuff. I'll dig tomorrow for sure.
I'm just imagining if Bill George would have sued P. Head Walker. That's where my brain goes.
It was like a team that hired a lineman away from West Virginia, and then he just like traveled to another game and played with that team.
I remember this. But I don't remember who it was. But I remember this. I remember this. Okay, let me think about it. It'll come back to me. Can I interest you all in some fun field news? If you guys look, I added something to the show notes, guys. If you scroll down a little bit, Western Kentucky has shown off their new field, and guess who's on it?
Big
Big Red.
We got many Big Reds on the 25s. Not dead center yet, but we're getting there.
We're getting there. We gotta slowly work them
But
into
weirdly facing the same direction.
Okay, that bothers me as well. But
really?
Yeah, that it all faces
What do you
home
mean?
side. Because the Cousins are also...
They gotta face the same direction because it's like the camera view, though, right?
But they don't. You could flip it around.
Yeah, because the numbers don't face the same direction.
Right,
no,
but the Conference USA logo and the Felix Field or the Fayex Field, and I'm bothered by that. Like, your poor away fans are stuck being in upside down land.
I think they'll survive because they could be around Big
From the
Red.
perspective of the away fans, Big Red is in distress.
Aren't we all? So is Conference USA.
This makes me very happy. I love it. This is, more Big Red. The more they can add him to, it makes me happy. We also have from the Big Ten title, the Big Ten baseball championship today, there was a little bit of rain to the point where the dugout was flooded up to the lip.
That's just an over-aggressive ice bath.
Are we sure this is not a picture of the bathtub in Pittsburgh?
Someone suggested that this is the swim meet instead. I don't know if they actually ended up playing today. Let me see.
I do love that this is a screenshot of a Snapchat that is captioned, baseball might be delayed.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of crazy rain because the NASCAR race this past weekend at North Wilkesboro also had like crazy amounts of rain where like tires were floating away. Like, obviously not secured to the car, but like they have like stacks of tires ready to go on the car. It floated so much they were floating away. So I would assume that stadiums don't have great drainage because they're just not designed to have a crazy amount of rain. I know that the Oakland Coliseum, notorious for flooding. I'm not sure about this stadium, but probably there's a limit where you get a certain amount of rain in a certain amount of time and there's just nowhere for the water to go.
There was an earlier game today, by the way. They did play. Indiana beat Purdue in the first match. And right now it looks like Ohio State is up on someone. Unsure who. Not important. Kamish, that's all we really have for tonight. Is there anything else you got?
No, I thought there was some sort of like before and after Jeopardy you were preparing or something.
No, I didn't get that. I didn't get that done.
Oh, okay. So there was no before and after Jeopardy here whatsoever.
Next time on Sickos Committee podcast.
Next time on Sickos Committee, we're going to be talking about James Madison, Wisconsin.
I thought that was good. I did go with my nickname today because I was thinking about it and working on it. Cheddar Bay of Bengal.
Mm.
I did enjoy that.
Pouring out for our dear friends over at I was gonna say Lobster Shack. No, Red Lobster. I don't know. Did you guys?
I'm assuming Radio Shack, but it sells seafood instead of batteries and cables. And
Did you
stuff.
guys see that Buffalo Wild Wings?
So
is now
you said
offering
lobster.
unlimited-
You said Lobster Shack.
I said Lobster Shack. Yeah.
So you could kind of do one there with the B-52 song. It's the
That's
Rock,
a little
Rock
place
Lobster
where we
Shack.
get together. Yeah.
The Rock Lobster Shack.
Okay, that way works. Yeah. I was actually having problems because that actually works both ways. Because I was gonna go with Love Shack, but I couldn't make it work.
Dun, 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 dun. It was a rock.